the conjunction area and, all that good stuff.
Plymouth Squad was a village, and we stayed in a guest house within the village. So, dirt roads, those typical shops that you see, nothing like campus where you got students. We were 20 minutes away from campus. So we had to provide transportation for ourselves back and forth daily to campus. But overall, it was a good experience. We got the best of both worlds.
I seen you was real big on campus. Honey, Miss Superstar, the American girl. I see that how did you get involved in so many things that you're modeling and, almost had a movie going on, everything?
I just went out on campus and I got involved in 2 pageants that I heard about, ISA and Queens Hall. So I did the Queens of Queens pageant. And from there, people were like, oh, I have, this fashion line out, or there's Fashion Week, KUSC Fashion Week, or we have Republic Hall Fashion Show. And, just from making my presence known, networking, I'm a mass comm major.
Right.
That's my thing.
Shout out to mass comm.
Shout out,
okay.
But that's what I do. I go out, I meet people, I tell them what my interests are, I tell them what my talents are, and they, of course, know somebody that could use someone with my talents and my skills, and that's exactly what it was.
So what are you talking about your experience through the good, bad, ups and the downs? How important do you think it is to study abroad being a college student?
Extremely important. Like for me, I learned a lot about myself. I became, more aware of the world around me as well as my place in it. Being raised in the U.S., I feel like we are raised to be arrogant, to feel like we're superior than other countries, better educated, have more money, we're more civilized. And you go across that country, across the ocean, and you go to this place who's, stereotypically lesser off than you are, and you see that there are people more educated than you are, better clothes, more money than you have, they teach you life lessons. And that's something that it opened my mind to. It's the same thing,
right.
And that was very important to me to realize that,
Yes, stereotype. Stereotype was a big, I want to say, dream crusher for me when I got over there. But we're going to get into that a little bit later when we have our special guest, Miss Brianna Jones, come by the studio. But right now, we're going to get into an interview that I did with Dr. Nanyuze. He's the director of the International Education Department, as well as Ms. Melody Smith, who is the coordinator of the study abroad. And we're looking to that right now.
I tell my students to be conscientious of the moment that they realize that they are in another country and that there are people around them that are engaging in their everyday activities and not taking in the incredibleness that's around them, and then realize that in everyday life they are those people. I have a list of 10 that I will be going over with students when they come back from the summer on how they can build it into their resume. But a short version of that, being able to say that you now have a global experience, you have been in another culture, that you have gone outside of your comfort zone, that you're a leader. You have gone and done something and been a leader in the fact that you've led yourself, you've been able to ask questions when maybe you were in an arena in which you were not speaking your first language. The way that you have been able to become a global citizen now. So there are so many ways that being able to go abroad helps to round out that resume and helps you be more prepared for the workplace.
Here at Savannah State, we conducted a survey, and we raised the questions that most of the study abroad students and exchange students responded to. Most of them have realized that their GPA increased after they came back from study abroad. We are living in a global village. We are in the 21st century. We interact with people from different cultures. In every corporation, any employers, any institution or organizations where you want to work, you will find people from different cultural backgrounds. So it's very important for students to be exposed to other cultures so that they can be able to work with people from different cultural backgrounds.
I would never have been here without the idea of understanding what international education means would never have crossed my mind had I not had the opportunity to be an exchange student and being an international student of my own.
Bebe sazonto,
It's the one and only Corbin J. We are back. It's the one and only Corbin J, and you are now tuned into Tiger's Den. Y'all, like, I just don't know, like, how come there were only 43 students within, I believe, summer of 2014 through fall of 2014 that studied abroad. Y'all heard Dr. Nangze say it's a GPA booster. Y'all should have y'all plane ticket. I should be meeting you all at the airport as we speak, honey. But not only are we sending students abroad, but we're also encouraging exchange students to come here and, experience the illustrious Savannah State University. I had the pleasure to sit down with 3 Nigerian students and basically ask them about their experience here. I believe they're in the social work program, as well as get a short clip of my friend Martez, who is currently studying abroad in China. Let's check it out.
Normally back in Nigeria, the way they make America sound like it's one big place where you have no opportunity to do anything with your hands. Maybe everywhere is machines, or just for an example. But the way it sounded, it was exaggerated. When we got here, it was like, apart from the weather, we're like, oh, it's actually the same thing. Like, there's nothing different. But they made America seem like everything was easy. Perfect. Yes, like it's a paradise. The reality is
the same thing. Back in Nigeria, in school, we go through lots of stress, and it's just like as if when we get here, it's just going to be something so easy. Like everything is going to be perfect, but it's the same thing. So I don't see anything special here.
Well, one of my biggest expectations were for everyone here to know some sort of martial art, which is completely untrue. The biggest thing that I expect to gain from this trip is a different look on my health. Chinese people are very healthy, like they're extremely healthy. And I noticed some of the habits that we do back in America are very unhealthy. And some of the things that they do here, I'm going to incorporate that back in my life when I get home. I believe that once a student go abroad, they can be able to compare their foreign university back to their home university, and either whether the benefits are good or bad, better or worse, they'll have that experience of being in a different culture that can impact them better, that they can bring back to their home university new ideas, new concepts, and just a greater outlook on life.
It's the one and only Corbin J. And we are back. WSSU 104.1. You are now tuned into Tiger's Den with the coolest tiger in the playpen. It is me, the one and the only Corbin J. Spelled with a K and a Y, not a C and an I, because y'all be trying it. But we have in the building a special guest by the name of Miss Brianna J. Yes, ma'am. My understanding, you are preparing to go to China. Is that right?
Well, I will be going for 2015 summer with the International Education Center, and I'm really excited to be there with Dr. John Woo and the other students of Savannah State University.
So, how are you preparing for this trip? Like, what are your expectations? Any fears? What's going on? What's going on right now?
How am I preparing for this trip? Well, one, I got me an anthem.
Hey!
That's my little anthem. Like, it keep me motivated.
No shade to the Chinese. No shade. No shade.
My little rap Chinese anthem. So that keep me motivated. But one, through Melanie Smith, great. She gives great advice, and she makes sure she works with the students step by step to get the funds that they need for study abroad. So one, through the International Education Center, and with Ms. Melanie Smith and other students, and doing my own research for scholarships. That's how I'm applying, to get my funds and doing fundraising on my own. when you have that diverse background or that diverse resume, it'll make you more marketable in whatever industry that you're going in for your career. And then also, like, you just want to have a global mindset. You want to be well-rounded. It's not a black and white world. It's other people out there who speak different languages, eat different food, you know, live in different ways. So I feel like it'd be great for exposure to the moms as they continue to grow within their collegiate years.
But thank you so much, Ree, and I wish you much success and blessings and everything your way on your future trip to China. And we are back, y'all. We heard from Dr. Nanyuze, Ms. Melanie Smith. We were in Nigeria. We heard from China. We had Ms. Brianna J. stop by the building, Ms. Jasmine Wade, who was a previous study abroad traveler. And you also got a little bit of my experience. Honey, we did this today, yes. But on a serious note, Savannah State University, please, please, please take the opportunity to study abroad. Get out, expand your horizons. Honey, learn new things, make connections, memories that will last you a lifetime. Because what is the ultimate resume builder other than being global, being a global tiger? Because remember, you can get anywhere from here. Ha ha! I'll catch y'all on the flip side. It's the one and only Corbin J. I'm out.
SSU, that's my school. SSU, that's my school.